Well, hi there, everybody, and welcome to the Healthy Happy Hour. I told Debbie, she asked, what are we having tonight? And I said, hoisin beef. And she said, poison beef? No, hoisin beef. Hoisin, hoisin with an H. Now, is it Chinese? Is it Thai? Is it Korean? Well, it kind of depends on the topping and the seasoning you use. Hoisin, the original name hoisin, is Chinese, and so we're going to go with Chinese. How about that? But we're going to put some Thai stuff in it. Anyway, I've got my brown, and I'm actually using venison. We got to use this venison up out of the freezer before hunting season starts. So I've got venison in here. This has been treating. I've been treating this for the last 25 minutes. And here's some that's untreated. Here's how I treat it. This is some that's untreated. I'm putting it in the pot with this. Baking soda. That's how you treat this. And the baking soda does a couple of things. It helps to tenderize things, and it also helps the sauce with just a little bit of thickening, and it helps it hold together, and it just gives it a great taste. It helps to hold in some of the moisture in it. So we got the baking soda sitting there. So let's assume now that that's all sat there for 25 minutes. Let me wash my hands off.
Ashley Gregory's watching, and David Cash is watching.
Actually, I hope Larry's going to be doing well. Man, I've been reading your stuff about Larry. We were from first grade together. We were always together through school, and then through so many things, and I just hope Larry is going to be okay. Who else did you say was watching? David Cash?
David Cash.
David, man, there's another one I was in school with as well. Well, I tell you, David, you missed one the other night. We had Jeff Deal up, and we had such a great time with Jeff going over his new book, and if you haven't read it, you ought to get a copy of it. This is the treated beef, if you want to call it that, or venison. And I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to this because venison is so lean, there won't be any fat that really cooks out of this. So we want to try to work that around and get that. I'm in a non-stick pan, but still, you need just that little bit of fat in there. And we'll be breaking that down while it cooks. Now, while that's going on, let's go over here and take a look at what we're going to do next. We're going to be creating our hoisin sauce. And our hoisin sauce starts with hoisin sauce.
Okay. Roger Murray's watching.
Roger, hey man, how you doing? Hoisin sauce, we're going to put half of it in there now. Now, in addition to that, we're adding 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. We're adding a little bit of sesame oil. That's another great oriental thing. We're adding monk fruit sweetener. Now, you know, on the Healthy Happy Hour, we try to make things as healthy as possible. Normally, we would be using sugar in this recipe. Obviously, we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be using monk fruit sweetener. So monk fruit goes in there. Debbie did a study this week. And what did you find out about monk fruit? It doesn't cause brain damage as some Splendas and stevia and those kind of things can.
Right.
We're also putting in a little bit of tomato paste, a couple of tablespoons of tomato paste.
Shane Barrett's watching.
Shane Barrett, man, how are you doing tonight? All my racing buddies are tuning in tonight. Tell you what, we got a great show tomorrow night. Shane Chastain is going to be my co-host tomorrow night. So it's going to be a fantastic night. David Smith's going to be on there with us. Man, it's just going to be a superb night. Can't wait for that.
Shane says you need a restaurant.
I don't mind cooking. I don't need the hassles of business. I'm
starting to say you get a
hassle.
Restaurant and you get a divorce too.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Mm-hmm. And I'm putting. It calls for a half teaspoon of red pepper flakes. I'm putting in just a teeny bit just to give it a little flavor. Debbie don't like heat, but she likes flavor, so we're doing that. All right, so now we've got this over medium-high heat. So what we want to do is start taking our potato masher and just starting to get this mashed up a little bit. Now, I'm going to be serving this instead of over traditional rice. I contemplated doing rutabaga rice tonight, but I decided to go with our old standard cauliflower rice. So I'm going to be taking a little bit of water and a little bit of kosher salt. And then I've already taken the liberty of getting this cauliflower, rice, I guess you'd call it. So we're just going to put that in there and let that start to hang out for a little while. And that will create our cauliflower rice. Didn't need a whole head, maybe a half head of cauliflower for what we're fixing here. Now again, I'm using 2 pounds of beef, so it's going to be very heavily beefy. Obviously going to be more than what Debbie and I will eat for one meal. This will probably be about 4 meals. And I may have enough cauliflower rice for more than one meal, and I may not. I don't know. Going to add a little more water. And I'm going to add, where's my other oil? I like to put just a little bit of oil in there because I want this to brown just slightly.
Where's your lemon?
And, well, you know what? I forgot to buy a lemon, so tonight I'm using jarred lemon juice. Can you believe that?
Okay.
Right out of the jar. So the lemon juice will go in at the end. And I'm just going to warm that up. That just, you know, you can eat cauliflower raw. It's just kind of doing its thing there. So let me go back here and mess with the meat once again. Okay, so we got that going. Now here's our hoisin sauce. Now in addition to that, we've got everything that we need for that set aside right now. Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our scallions and we are going to chop the whites and separate them from the greens. We're going to be using these separately. So I want to take the whites and separate them from the greens. So let's say those are the whites. And now let's go with the greens being this. There's a white tried to escape. So we're going to be setting those aside. And those will become a portion of what we need a little later. Now I'm getting my cutting board here where I can do some other stuff. All right, now one of the things that this is going to be, in order to make this a little more Thai related, we are taking some peanuts. You know how peanuts is in pad Thai. Debbie loves peanuts in pad Thai. So we're going to be topping this off with some peanuts. And I'm putting just a couple of ounces of peanuts in there, and I found this is the best way to do it. I don't want to crunch them too much. Just keep it from being too peanutty. So we'll set that aside right there. That'll be one of our toppings. Another one of our toppings is going to be radishes. And I'm just going to sliver these radishes. And again, to do this properly, I'm using the claw method. I'm actually putting my fingers there and putting the blade goes against my knuckles, not against my fingertips. The radishes might take on a different red color if I did it with my fingertips. I don't want to do that. So I think 2 radishes is going to be enough.
Don't put a lot because I don't like them.
Well, this is toppings you put on after you fix it.
Okay, just don't put it on.
So yeah, we don't have to put it on there. You can put it on whatever you want when you fix yours.
Okay.
So this will be part of our toppings. So we're going to slide toppings over here to one side. Now another topping that's really cool for this is a julienne red peppers. And again, julienne means tiny, tiny, just tiny, tiny strips. So I'm probably going to just take another portion of this. And I'll put that aside, put the ribs aside. Almost looks like shredded carrots, doesn't it? Just tiny, tiny strips. I think that's going to be enough of those.
I do too.
So we'll set that aside. That'll be part of our toppings mix. Now let's see how we're doing on our cooking of our venison over here. Yeah, I was out surveying the hunting spot earlier this week, and we got the mineral blocks out, and we got the corn getting ready to go down when the time comes, and we are looking forward to deer season around this corner of the woods, that's for sure. So my cauliflower rice is doing well. And it's getting exactly like I want it to be.
Where's your lemon juice?
I haven't put it in yet. I like to put it in at the end.
I see.
Okay, just a little more time on this beef and we'll be ready to go.
Braden House is watching.
Braden, man, good to talk to you
Kyle
tonight.
Skipper.
Who? Kyle Skipper's watching. Good to see you, Kyle. I hope a lot of folks had fun at Toccoa last night. Boy, it was a hot night of racing action, that's for sure. Now, another thing that's got to go in here is our garlic and our ginger. And I did not get a spoon out to take care of this ginger, so I need to do that now. And again, best way to peel ginger is just take a spoon and pull all that back. And this is going to be, remember, we're doing 2 pounds of beef. So we're going to be doing this entire little knob of ginger here, along with about 5 or 6 cloves of garlic, because I'm making quite a bit. It's great when you can find local utensils that do the job of something you'd go online and buy. I remember one time when Debbie was talking to me about buying, pardon me, let me get my knife here, sweetheart. Buying caulk thing, a little caulk, to spread caulk with. And I reminded her, there is no better tool on earth than an index finger for smoothing out and spreading caulk. So you just can't beat an index finger. I don't care what you're doing.
Beef.
Do what?
I think you better check on your
It's
beef.
doing okay. That didn't get peeled as well as I'd wished it would. I'll take that little section out right there. Yeah, I want it to get good and brown. That's the secret to it, is that browning effect. So I'm chopping this. I'm not mincing this. I'm chopping this ginger up. Meanwhile, let me check on this. Yeah, I've turned the heat down now. It's doing perfectly fine. So that's doing good. Everything is doing as it should. I'm going to smooth that over to the side. Do the same thing with this ginger. You know, I look back at these sometimes, and I'm so used to seeing chefs on TV that are right-handed. It looks so odd to me, and it's me looking at myself, and it looks so weird to be seeing somebody doing stuff left-handed. Just not used to seeing that. I'm used to seeing it from this angle, but not from looking at it on a TV screen or anything. Okay, boy, that ginger smells good, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Man, this is going to be gingery, and it's going to be everything. All right, so now we got that going. Now we're going to add our garlic and our ginger, and I should have had my bench scraper out here. So the garlic and the ginger is going to go in. So that is going in nicely. And I'm going to put the light parts of the scallions. In other words, the greens of the scallions in. We separated those out, remember? Mm-hmm. By the way, our program is brought to you by Quality Foods. I was in Quality Foods today getting all of this stuff that we needed for the night. They did not have venison, but I tell you what, knowing the guys at Quality Foods, if you told them you wanted venison, they'd probably get it for you. They can pick up just about anything you need there, whether you are looking for it or not, or whether they have it in stock or not, they can get it for you. So that's doing really well. We'll go ahead and put I want that lemon juice to be cooking down. I want that to not be soupy when the time comes. So that's going to give us just about enough for 2 good servings of rice for each of us. All right, so all of that is going to cook for just a few minutes right here. We want that garlic to get softened. We want the same is true with the radish, or the scallions. Pardon me. Yeah, the scallions doing the same thing. What I want. Got some big chunks in there. I want to get that down so it's not quite so chunky. I think that would be a smart thing to do. I went to Quality Foods today without my hat. Everybody said, I didn't recognize you without your hat on. That hat has become a sort of a story of its own. Everywhere I go and I don't have my hat on, people say, I don't even know who I am. Well, you knew who I was 5 years ago before I started wearing it, but that's a little different story, I guess, isn't it? Actually, a branding thing. Debbie came up with that. NASCAR wanted me to wear something that was bright colored so they could spot me in the pits very easily from the tower at the NASCAR race. So it evolved into what is the yellow hat today. We went through several different brightly colored things over the years. All right, the rest of this hoisin sauce is going in now. Hoisin sauce is it's kind of a teriyaki soy sauce, very sweet, but it's sweetened with natural elements, so it's very low in calories, and it's just a really good stuff. By the way, did you see that today where Coca-Cola is going to start making cane sugar Coca-Cola now?
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the benefits.
I knew they were going to make a change. I just didn't know.
Yeah, I don't know what the benefits of that would be, to be honest with you. So now we can
What does all that do?
put the. I just put that in there just to get that going. Now we're going to put the rest of the hoisin in. I just wanted to coat the meat a little bit so this will stick on top of the meat. So there's the rest of the old hoisin sauce. Man, you can already smell this is going to be so good. I want to coat that as well as possible. And of course, you can, to taste, you may want to put some salt in this. You may want to add some soy sauce. You may even want to put some teriyaki sauce. Teriyaki would make it more of a Japanese dish. The peanuts kind of give it the Thai flavor. So there's a lot of things you can do here to more internationalize this
You
up.
put your peanuts in.
No, that's a topping.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so that's a topping. So now we're ready to plate.
All right.
So here are the toppings. So we're going to put our cauliflower rice in our bowl first. Then we're going to get some hoisin beef and put in our bowl. And this, we can take quite a bit of this. This is going to be a nice bowl full of hoisin beef. All right, now, sweetheart, what toppings would you prefer? We have bell pepper, we have onions,
The scallion,
radishes,
the bell peppers.
sesame seeds. Let's not forget a few
Yes.
sesame seeds.
There we go. Everything but the radishes.
Okay, so you want some of the bell peppers in there and some of the onions.
And that's it.
And you want some peanuts.
Peanuts, right.
I know you want peanuts. Because you love pad thai. That's one of your favorites. We have actually had pad thai in Thailand, and it was very tasty. We've had it here in the United States, and they do a pretty good job here, too. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be putting radishes on mine, but not on Debbie's. That is hoisin beef, in this case, hoisin venison. But hoisin beef, so easy to fix, so good and tasty. You'll enjoy it. It's a great, healthy recipe. Tell the folks at Quality Foods I said hi. Have yourself a good evening. Remember, if you just like it, put a like in the comments. I'll send you the recipe. Enjoy, everybody.